Welcome to another video, and in this one we're going to see what's actually inside one of these little all-in-one heaters. So what's in the box? And that's the box it came in. It's a Max Speed and Rods 5 kilowatt. You get a load of other stuff in there as well, even though most of the important stuff's in there. You also get all the usual fittings. So you got the power cable, instruction manual, your hoses, exhaust pipe, air filter, some little boots to go on there, clips, muffler or exhaust box or whatever you want to call it, and that's the control panel and the mounting bracket, the control panel. So we'll put all those back in the bag out of the way, and then we'll open the box up. Before I take it apart, obviously if you do this it'll probably invalidate your warranty, but I'm not going to be sending it back, so I'm going to have a look. That's where your hot air comes out. That is where you connect your controller. That's obviously the bit where you put your diesel, and that's where the power goes in and the air gets sucked in. Underneath, that's the bit you usually try to fit to the bottom of your van at that level. That's your fuel in pipe, that is your air in pipe, and that's your exhaust. So ideally we'll take this case off. Need some Allen keys for the handle first, and then some Phillips or crosshead screwdrivers. We'll take the case off and see if we could put all those safely into your van using the turret plate instead. Just to avoid any confusion, on the caution sticker right on the top it says do not use the heater in confined or poorly ventilated areas, which would be a van, and seal any gaps between the mounting plate and the vehicle's body. And the mounting plate isn't here or here or even here. The mounting plate is that there. To avoid any confusion, that's supposed to be mounted to the base of your vehicle. Okay, I took the handle off, and underneath I heard a nut drop, so I imagine I didn't need to take the handle off. That's all the screws off. Inside, those pull apart slightly if you're gentle. Get the camera. Got a little mounting point there for your diesel heater, for your diesel tank, which will obviously be able to be mounted in a van at some point. You've got a nice sized little tank, so you'll be able to fit it underneath or in a cupboard or somewhere that's easily accessible, but it doesn't take up much room. It's already got the outlet fitted, so you won't have to mess about with that, and the hose is connected to, I think behind there, that looks like the fuel pump or a filter. We'll have a look. See how that all attaches in there. see if I can get these sides off for a better look. These screws all do seem to look the same, apart from the two that hold the tank on. So nice and easy, just make one big pile. Just untangle the controller cable. That side comes off. This side, we've got the 12-volt connections. Those two screws are different, so we'll keep them separate. It's always a good idea, if you're taking things apart, keep a record of which cable attaches to which part of a switch or connection. So now I know I've got a record of that, I can unplug those. Just to be sure I've connected them back up in the right place. And then let's have a look. As you can see, the tank connected to a filter and then onto the pump, which is mounted with the same sort of rubber mount that you get in, thank you, that you get in the normal kits. So that can be used. The connector is the same for the pump. To get this base off, but basically you can see there you've got your normal heater unit, and it has got a cover, which I wasn't sure about, but it has, so that's good. You've got the same bottom fitting as a normal heater, it's just all mounted in a nice handy case, so it's all in one. But one good thing, if you are not too sure about doing it DIY, is a lot of the connections are already made for you. That's the pump removed. On the back end of it, it had a little 10mm nut, so you may need to use 2 spanners. I just used one of these with my impact driver, and I put my fingers the other side and it come on down alright, so it wasn't done over tightly. Now I'm just going to take these off and see if we can get that off. I have 2 off so far. I'll just take this one off. I need to undo those 4 bolts on the bottom to remove that. Also to remove it where the pipe goes through there, I'm going to have to disconnect the pipe here, take the pipe out and push it back in. When you're taking these off, be careful not to let one drop down any of those inlets. Okay. Obviously had a good seal, because that's still stuck to there. Now I just need a flat screwdriver to disconnect the pipe. And then that will pull out. I have to unscrew the other part here. That's the two of those off. Now I can get that off. Obviously we'll have to get this off. Might need to warm it up a little bit. Looks like it's coming off actually. There they go. 1 diesel heater as normal. We'll get a turret plate for that, so I can fit it in the van, which will be on another video. Watch out for it. A nice size little tank. I will add a link in the description to this particular air heater should you want to order one, and it will be on a playlist with all my other diesel heater fittings if you want to check out any of those. There's a few there with a few different vans. That's the contents of your all-in-one air heater all laid out for you. And it can make fitting easier if you want to do a DIY fitting. Obviously you've got your fuel tank, there's 2 screws you put through there, and you can mount it anywhere in your van. Obviously slightly off the ground because that comes out. This is already fitted, your outlet, so that saves messing about with that. You've got your connection there, you've got the wire, you've got the fuel filter. You've also got the decent white hose already. None of that green stuff. Your fuel pumps all wired up. You have to make sure you fit it at the right angle when it comes to that, but we'll have that in the fitting video I'll do at some point. You've got your connection ready for your 12 volts. The connectors there for your controller panel. And all you've got to do is you take this bit off, you fit your turret plate into your van, which we'll do, and then connect those back up from underneath. So you'll have to go out and back in. You might need to extend this pipe a little bit for that. We'll wait and see. And then all you need is your turret plate, as I've said before. We've got some bolts there that we will need, so I'm going to put them back into place. I'm going to put these back on the pipe so nothing gets lost, and I'm going to put all those little screws, which I don't think we'll need again, but I'm going to save them all. That's the video for now. I hope it's all made sense. Any questions, please pop them in the comment box. So look out for the video where I fit all these into a van, and thank you for watching.